Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this interview are those of the individual being interviewed and do not necessarily reflect the views of the production team or the network. Please be aware that the content shared may involve sensitive subjects and personal experiences. This interview is intended for viewers aged 18 and older. Viewer discretion is advised, as the stories are meant for informational purposes only. Hi all, welcome. Welcome to Jeannie, myself, the Stoic from Stoic CIC. Today we've got the lovely Cornita Taylor, who I am very pleased to say will be joining us on the retreat on the 28th of June. So I thought what I'd do is I'd give you a little introduction to her, so she can tell you about more of what she does, what she will be doing at the retreat, and all of her other organisations. And she's also a fellow author as well. So I'm going to introduce her. Her name is Cornita Taylor.
Hello.
Hi, Cornita. Funny enough, we were just chuckling before we went live. Often we do this, we are in each other's company, and it's a pleasant company to be in. Definitely. And we're normally always filled with laughter. So Cornita also has an organisation called Cornita Taylor Health and Wellbeing. So tell us what you do and who are you?
So I'm Cornita Taylor, as Jeannie says. I've been a massage therapist. It will be 30 years in June. So it's been a long time. I started in massage, I fell into massage, I say, 30 years ago. But I also worked on a cruise ship. I worked in spas from the beginning. And in 2017, I decided to start my own business. Yeah. Hasn't been an easy journey, but ups and downs, we locked down and everything, but I'm still here. And that will be 9 years actually having the business May 12th.
Really? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's this month here.
Yeah.
So this is the special month.
Yes.
Oh, how wonderful. When you first started to decide you wanted to do this as a business, what was one thing that, I'm going to ask you two questions. One thing that said to you, I'm going to do this. And was there also a second thought process saying, no, I can't do this?
So I'll just rewind a little bit. So I used to be a recruitment consultant for 7 years. But I was always doing massage on the side. I was doing a course called Esther's Academy. Okay. And this lady came in and said, every job that you do is like a training. And I was like, oh, okay. So I turned to my friend and I said, I'm handing my notice. She looked at me like, Connie, I went, yeah, I'm handing my notice.
Did you have a thought process?
I was thinking about it, but I was scared because of the salary.
Yeah. And
then I thought, can I actually do the same, bring in the same salary as my massage business?
Okay. So
they said, so yeah. And then I went back to work on the Monday. I was going to do it on the Friday. Okay. But then my manager asked me to, wanted a one-to-one meeting, and I knew what it was about, about my KPIs and all that stuff. And I thought, I don't want to give you that information because I want to leave. Yeah. So he went in, I typed up my letter, went in, and he says, Could you been acting shady this morning? What's going on? And I went like this. And he goes, don't think it. Oh, no. And I said, yeah. I says, I am handing my notice. And I says, I leave May the 12th. He went, how do you know the date already? I said, from HR. Just to make sure that I got 6 weeks notice to give you.
Wow, so you knew in that moment. Yeah. And did you have any fears?
Definitely. Yeah, because I was living a good salary. And then also, I'm a single mom. At the time, my daughter was about 7. Okay. And then I was just like, what am I doing? But it was leap of faith. I had no savings. Okay, wow. I literally was leap of faith. And I was like, if I don't do it now, and a lot of things on the way was happening. Like I had a car accident the day before I left my job, and my manager was like, stay, and you'll get sick pay and stuff. And I went, if I did stay, I would have never left. Okay. So I said no. I said, you know what? how it's happened, it's happened.
It's gonna happen.
So I left.
Wonderful.
And I haven't never looked back.
Wow. And so that's a leap of faith. I've been there once where I've said, right, I'm leaving. It's the beginning of the end. But I wasn't as brave as you. I thought, oh, I'll find a job first and then I'll leave. But it was the beginning of the end. So I do get that where sometimes when you just know you're not in the right place, not in the right space, not with the right people, you've got to make that move. And, you know, and I'm thankful that you made the move because I wouldn't have you as my resident therapist, massage therapist for our retreats. And you've been coming to all of them and you've been supporting us. And so I'm so happy that you did. So, about your health and well-being business, tell the viewers what you actually do.
So I do massages, facials and body wraps. I go to your home. I also got a base in Edgbaston that I do 2 Sundays a month. But I'm about the well-being part. So I work in the community. So I also work in a care home where I do activities. And I'm all about their well-being, so I'm making sure I do massages, I bring people in, like reflexology, just to make sure that they get the whole well-being.
Okay.
I do children massages because I believe that a child needs to know about massages and in the right touch therapy.
Right.
And also to educate them that they need to look after themselves from now.
Yeah.
So I do adults and also do elderly as well, so I do literally everybody.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful. So, I'm not going to lie, I think I had one this week and it was amazing. When she left me, I didn't want to move from where I was. And in fact, my eldest daughter walked in on me midstream having a facial as well after having a full body massage. By the way, it was brilliant, honestly. And she just said, live your best life, Queen, and then left again. You know, because she walked in, she didn't expect that. But honestly, Cornita's hands is the best way I can describe it. Is so therapeutic across the body, you know, because you really made me feel so relaxed. Because I'm a person, I'm very, very busy. I don't stop. I sleep and plan, you know, so I don't stop. But that day when you came this week, earlier on in the week, I went to bed and I slept, and it was beautiful. So, you know, I'm looking forward to some of the ladies experiencing what you can do and her hands, what they can do. But yeah, I'm just so glad I've met you. I love what you do, and it does, you know, collaborate with what I do as well. So I'm so happy that we're you know, collaborating together. Now, the other thing I was going to say to you is that we are fellow authors.
Yes, we are.
And for those who have been following me, they saw a couple of weeks ago, we had an award, Celebrated Authors Award. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Me? You know what I mean? But also, Cornita was there as well, and another lady who's going to be, I'm going to be interviewing her soon, so I won't call her name now, but she was there as well. Quite a few, I think. A lot of people. But you all know about my book, I Am the Shame. But Cornita, I know you wrote the book, which I love, and I think that's for well-being and wellness, and for someone to be mindful and with their mindset. Is the title itself is Love Myself First. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So, unfortunately, in 2021, I was diagnosed with lymphoma cancer.
Okay.
And I was literally just, I was broken. That's the way I put it. And I was just, there's a lot of things that I did through my journey that helped me.
Okay.
And I thought there's a lot of people out there that who I met. I know that they weren't putting themselves first. Because originally, the book was put yourself first.
Okay.
And then someone says, in the book, someone was reading it before I finished the title.
Yes.
And it says, oh, you say a lot, I love myself first a lot, so why don't you make that the title?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's the reason why it's called I Love Myself First. And a lot of us don't. We don't put ourselves first. And
true.
In lockdown, I know to some people it was devastating. For me, I think it was a blessing.
Right.
And like you said, you're busy. I'm also busy, and I don't keep still.
Yeah.
So I was still through lockdown, and I think that's where I noticed that I wasn't well. and I found a lump, and then I went to the doctors, got denied, and then went back again, and then that's when I was obviously diagnosed. So the book is just about my journey, but then also little nuggets of how to help yourself.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's so lovely. And you know, I have this saying, my friends who know me, I always go, I kiss myself, right? Because I love myself, and I love myself first before I can love anybody.
It's so true.
And it's taken years for me to really love myself. I'd be like embarrassed to even say, as a professional, someone will say, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'd be very shy, or that I'm not worthy of the title of the profession. I'm an imposter, you know." And it's taken a while for me to do that. But I think writing the book has been very liberating because I saw myself on the page. I was able to go back and find my inner child self, who was lost. And often we do get lost, and we have to sometimes always remember the childlike self as well. So when I found out about your book was the title "Love Yourself First," I just was in the corner going, "Yes, Cornita."
We know it is as well. I think we grieve ourselves.
Yeah.
And I know we grieve people, but we do grieve a part of ourselves. Yeah. And sometimes we don't know how to get back from that. No. So sometimes we have to go back to basics and start again.
But do you find that trauma has a lot to do with unhealed souls?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Is there anything you want to elaborate on that?
So I lost my auntie, who is like a mum to me.
Okay.
10 years ago. Well, it'll be 11 years this year, and it was not expected.
Yeah.
It was the last 10 days of her life, because she was in a coma, was the reality of she's not going to be here anymore. Yeah. And a lot of myself went with her. So for me, it was just like even when I was at my job and I wanted to leave, I remember her in my thoughts, "Cornita, don't leave without having a next job to go to." And I was like, "Oh God, okay, I guess I remember that." So you know, there was a lot of things, and we was close. Like we was more. I weren't like a niece. I was like her daughter.
Okay.
You know, I mean, everybody would say you're definitely her daughter, not her niece. So a lot of me went when she went, and it was hard to get back.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still getting myself back from it, because
and it's been 10 years.
Nearly 11 years.
Wow.
So in the process that you lose someone, you do lose part of yourself at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. I lost my sister 2 years and 2 months. And sometimes I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience, because it's just surreal. It's like, am I waking up from this dream or this nightmare? But I think the void will never be filled. We just have to learn to live with it and everything. And I think because of what I do and the people I have around me, like yourself and some other fellow friends and associates, I'm doing okay, because I have that united connection with like-minded people. And I think this is the real point about like why we do what we do with the workshops and retreat and all around wellness and well-being and everything and healing. So with that being said, you're a part of a group book. I can't say the word, but you'll say it for me, and it's called Surviving Queens. That's when I first knew about you, and we just were in different circles, different platforms, but we never were where we are now. But I knew of you, and then I think when we met up, I think it was another fellow author's launch. We ended up on the table where everybody was like, "Oh my God, we've heard about each other, but we've not met each other." So that was a lovely experience, and we've been kind of like, you know, connected since then. So tell me a bit more about Surviving Queens.
So Surviving Queens anthology. It's 9 of us in the book. So there's I'm one of the 9 ladies in the book. The founder is Andrea Maynard.
Yes.
Who's the founder of the actual book. And it's literally everybody's a chapter of their story.
Right.
So my story was about abusive relationship I was in when I was 19.
Okay.
And it was literally writing how I felt and just writing what happened. Like my daughter's dad's in there, and you know, a lot of stuff. But it was nice to be in a book with other 8 ladies who are being true to themselves and writing down things that were maybe years ago that you feel that it's underneath the carpet, but we're now bringing it to the surface to help other ladies.
Yeah. And, you know, funny enough, again, I think that was when I first met you. And then we've gone into a women's group where we're all in this group together. We still didn't know that we were connected somehow. You see how the universe has brought us together. And it was one of the ladies in Surviving Queens has a similar story to me. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. And I did go up to her afterwards and I did say to her, thank you for sharing, because 40 years I kept my trauma, and there's different types of trauma, different types of abuse, but abuse is abuse. It could be mental, physical, financial, emotional, sexual. There's many. It's not linear.
No,
it's not linear, and. Yeah, so that kind of, and that was, when was that launch? Because this is way before the pandemic.
Oh God, yeah, we literally, so the book launch was, no, it was actually in 2021.
Was it 2021?
Yeah, because I got diagnosed with lymphoma in the September. And then we did the launch in October, the 30th October we did it.
Okay, so I had in mind to write my book, but I hadn't, to be honest, it wasn't until 24, just before my sister passed. I'd only done 6 chapters in the book in 4 years, so you could imagine I was right at the very start. So, you know, when you have that skepticism where you're like, you can't do this, oh my God, the vulnerability, and it's all going to be out there, your laundries are going to be, you know what I mean, your bloomers are out there, and I was thinking, but that lady, and this is why it's so powerful to share, and you know, and being safe spaces where you can feel and release that vulnerability and not feel foolish about it, or go back and think, oh my God, why did I open my mouth? And it was just so powerful at that launch with Surviving Queens, and there were so many different avenues of abuse, trauma, healing, recovery, you know, and so I can live to tell the tale. And I just was blown away by that. And I think it gave me the boost to continue, but I still wasn't getting anywhere fast. And then it wasn't until when my sister passed, as I said, I'd only done 6 chapters, and then obviously when death comes, everything goes. But my sister kept dreaming me, and she said, sis, you gotta finish that book, and within 8 weeks, praises to the Almighty, and my sister looking over me, I finished the book. I wrote 21 chapters within 8 weeks.
You'd be amazed how you do it though. I done full circle where I'm not sleeping, I'm literally doing it.
Yeah, because you didn't get into the vibe. Because I couldn't start it, and I remember it was like, I'd gone to Canada, I went to Canada, and I remember when I got there, I just was sleeping because my body must have been just so drained. And then when I got back, end of August, September, my daughter said, my eldest daughter said, Mum, just put 15 minutes on the clock every day after work, and just do 15 minutes. If you do a line, you do a title, you do a sentence, just give yourself 15 minutes. So and then I don't know what happened. I was like, sometimes my hubby would be like, you know, turn off the lights. You know, people have to sleep for morning for work, you know. And I'll be like, I'll be finished in a minute. I'll just one more. But I got into it until by the November, done, ready to go to first draft, second draft, third draft later. But it was done. It was a tidy up exercise after that. So for me, that was just so empowering to know that there were women out there,
Yeah.
and especially, you know, and then I realise now you say that, because I had in my mind, I'd gone to see you guys at the launch before the pandemic hit, but now I know, because the pandemic as well, it kind of made me go a bit like, you know, I'd worked all my life, or if I wasn't working, I was studying, or doing both, a combination. And I was just lost.
Yeah.
I was lost.
That was me. Yeah. Depressed. I was depressed. Yeah.
Wouldn't go outside. Wouldn't mix with friends. Wouldn't, in the initial, I wouldn't let them open the windows, or, you know what I mean. It was that bad, and I will admit it. But I think it could have either been a blessing or a curse. And like you, for me, it became a blessing, because I started to listen to motivational speakers to pull me out of the pit. And I also started doing some gardening, which I'd never done gardening before. Now I have an allotment space. I do plant and share with service users, and it's a different world, and it's completely different to what I trained all these years to do.
Exactly.
So I'm going to move you on.
Okay.
So we've talked about the business, but what we haven't talked about and haven't said, and I've just put it in here as a little one.
Okay.
Radio presenter.
Yes. So Blue Dot Radio.
Yes.
I have been a year and a half. So it's 2 years actually. In July coming.
Okay.
I have interviewed so many people, including yourself.
Yeah.
So basically people come on. It can be any topic, and you just talk about what you need. It could be an event, a project, just your life story, a book, and I just interview you for an hour. Every other Wednesday, but I have done it, changed now to one Wednesday a month.
Once a month, because of all the other things that you're doing as well. So I think that's very interesting, because that kind of like, I didn't know where this writing the book would take me, and for years, and as I said, I've lived with my trauma, internalized for 40 years, and when I wrote the book, I didn't expect a year later, because we launched last year, January, and even in the starting of the chapter of the book, I say, if I can help one lowly soul, then I've done my job. But I never expected any of this, to even at least get an award and be recognized. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So, and I've been blessed with so many empowering women. Together, we are a force to be reckoned with. And I think more of us as culturally, ethnically diverse women need more of us to empower each other and bring them in onto the fold as well. What I'm going to talk about next is what's with your heart. You do something every year. You plan an event every year. I went last year's one, and it was so lovely. And what made me feel more warm as well around it is the colour scheme, because my sister, her colour was purple. So the tribute, it was just, you know, and you just feel like the hairs are on the back of your neck and stuff like that. There was just something about your event. So I'm going to let you tell everybody what this event is about.
So the event is Lymphoma Awareness Dinner and Dance. So it started in 2024. It was literally just my book launch.
Okay.
That's what it was, a book launch. But I wanted to do a dinner and dance. A little bit before that, in September, my auntie passed away in September. My good friend passed away 5 days before I was diagnosed. And then, so September came very depressing for me. So my sister says, why are you, like, every September comes, you get depressed. Why don't you change it? And I'm like, do what? True. And she says, do something. I said, like, and I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to do a dinner and dance, but I never had a reason to do it.
Okay.
So she goes, well, then do a dinner and dance for your book launch. And I said, oh God, that's a big thing. But the grace I wrote my stuff down. I did a what's it called, brainstorm.
Okay.
And then I spoke to Marcia, my publisher, and I said, I'm doing dinner and dance. She went, oh, okay. I said, let's see how it goes. And sold the tickets, we sold out.
Wow.
And then the impact of everybody's how they felt, they're very emotional.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you need to do it again next year. And I went, huh? I said, no.
It was a one-off.
It was a one-off.
A one-off what you thought.
Yes. And then, so I decided to do last year, 2025, but then I thought, I can't do another book launch. So I said, you know what, there's loads of people out there needs to be recognised and get awarded for being a survivor.
Yeah.
And also we've lost loved ones from cancer. And then also there's a lot of people who support us through cancer who we need to acknowledge.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It was basically a award ceremony that's happening every year now.
Wonderful.
So today, this year's the second one.
So what date is the next one?
26th of the 9th, 26.
So that's 26/09.
Yes.
26.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's just a nice ring
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Yes, so September is no, was it doom and gloom?
Yes.
No more.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
That's so wonderful, so wonderful. So I want to come on to the retreats.
Yeah.
And because you were saying about what made me, because I was going to talk about the retreat first and then talk about your subject matter, but I'm going to make you repeat that again because I think it's very important because it's not just about an event. There is a purpose behind it. And it's also, when I went, I realised that you were recognising other fellow survivors of cancer, not just of the actual condition that you had, but also other and men as well. Because prostate cancer is a very delicate topic with my family as well. But with the retreat, we started off doing one, just like you said, and I said to my daughter, I was like enthusiastic, I said, yeah, we could do about 4 for the year, to my daughter, who's also the CEO of S.E.L.F. She says, no, Mum, she says, let's be realistic, she says, just do one and see how you get on, and then you may want to build it up each year. So anyway, we did the first one last summer, and the response, it was just for the day, and the response was, oh no, we can't have a day, it's got to be an overnighter. I want to start with workshop 1, start with workshop 2, then go on to workshop, then have a break, then get into my gym jams, and then come back down for 4, and then stay overnight. And so it became a spa weekend, becoming one that follows on in suit now, because we did it in November. So my daughter was like, oh no, Mum, we've got to do another one, we've got to do. So she turned, I'm like this, I don't know, I don't think we can, I don't know. And she's like, of course we can, Mum, listen to what they're saying, they want this, you've got to do this, Mum. So I thought, all right then. So I said, when should we do it? She says, Mum, a lot of people suffer with SAD, so it's like a seasonal defective condition where people, once the weather changes, they become very isolated, low in mood, depression can arise, and a lot of things. And an area subject again is attempt suicides as well, because they just feel so low, and we need to bring awareness about that. But it's not for today's one, but I am going to tackle that as well, because it's important, because we need to try and encourage each other and spot the signs, because I'm also a mental health first aider as well. So to spot the signs when someone is low. So I'm going to do in the future some workshops on those as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when it came to November's one, this is when I said, Cornita, what are you doing on such and such a day? And then Cornita said, well, I'm staying. So she did stay as well. So you stayed over, and it was lovely. We conversed, we had spa, we were in the jacuzzi, and it was just so lovely. And then on the night of the retreat, once it was over, because the last one, it was the Saturday, and then people stayed over till the Sunday, didn't they? And that's the night that you stayed. And after the retreat was over, I got my massage from you, and oh my goodness,
everyone's like, where's Jeannie?
I'm like, I'm going to my bed now. I was turning right, and everybody was still in the room, and I said, turn left. I was like, no, I need to go to my bed. I was so relaxed after that. That's why I know you've got healing hands, and that's why you're my resident therapist. We have to plan around you now. If you're busy, we're not having it, not really, but we love having you, and everybody who comes in, just tell them the different types you do and what you do on the day of the retreat.
So I do Swedish aromatherapy, sports, lymphatic massages, our session. Also do like a magnesium as well, because I believe that magnesium is very important in our bodies. But on the day, I offer a few treatments, so you can have a back, neck and shoulders massage. You can have a foot massage with where we do a little bit of heating in the feet as well. We do hand massage and mini facial. So those are treatments you can have on the day. Not all of them. You pick one.
Yes, only one.
Only one.
Only one.
And it's limited spaces as well, because obviously, So, but it's it was good. It was really it was nice
really,
feedback.
Really
I've also had clients since then.
Brilliant. And the cost of it is £15 for 15 minutes. So you're talking £1 a minute for therapy, for healing, and for relaxation, and to loosen out them. Trust me, them knots. Loosen them out. And so what we will do, those who are already booked on, we will also give out a sheet earlier on before the retreat, so that if it's something you want to have on the day, you can have that on the day. But you're also a guest speaker on the day, because you're going to talk about the health and well-being. And I heard you talk about magnesium, and I think that's what hooked me on the other event we went for Mothering Sunday. And you talked about that and the benefits of it. So I think that's going to be something. I think going forward, I'm going to be booking in for one of those. But the benefits that I heard that he said came from it. So I'm not going to get her to talk about all of that now, because I'm going to give away all her glory for the day of the retreat, and you won't come. So, the other thing is when we're at the retreat, and I know the last one you were also an attendee as well as a stall holder. When your stall holder is your service that you provided, what takes did you get for yourself personally from being at our retreat?
You know what, it was, all the ladies there were beautiful, they were wonderful. Again, I've met a couple of them still after the retreat. For me, it was nice that everybody felt comfortable to share of what they've gone through or going through. And I think that was nice. And I mean, that's a safe space. There's not a lot of places that you can be in amongst other ladies and you want to share, especially if it's the first time you're meeting them.
That's what I noticed. I'm like shocked, what's going on here? I've been several places, or I've done several events, and I myself am shocked. This is what I'm saying to you, from stemming from the book to where we are now, the healing that's coming into the circle, and the women that are the ones that are bringing the healing and the ones that are receiving the healing. Everybody's benefiting from it. I know I am, because what I do in the sense of the workshops, it helps with my own mental health and well-being. I'm so busy trying to keep busy with the well-being. So like last week we did, well, it wasn't last week, it was, oh yes it was, last weekend I did basic coping skills for depression. And then we talked about when depression isn't really depression, but you might think and feel and self-label that you are when you're not. But by talking about it, by awareness and knowledge is power. So I'm so looking forward to your talk on the 28th of June,
be there.
2026. Honestly, just go online, research us. If you feel that you want to find out more, give us a call. But it's going to be great. They're just growing from strength to strength to strength to strength, from strength to strength. And that's the whole point. We want to be empowering and liberating each other as women of colour, especially because we have womb trauma, we have mental, physical, financial, trust me, and then plus our ancestors, and we are now standing on their shoulders and showing up and showing off.
It's so true.
Yeah?
So true. It's, you know, it's like, even like when you write a book, you open different doors. Because before I started writing, I was meeting people, but when you open a door, write a book, and you open a different part of you that people don't know about. Yeah. Like, I have got friends for years who says, Cornita, you went through this. How come I never knew? But you have to find it out in a book, because that's where I felt my safe space to do it. Yeah. For allow people to, you know what I mean? Like my grandma said, oh no, like chat people business too much. Leave
people's business alone.
I said, no, we need to chat. That's you know what I mean?
My niece, she said to me, Auntie, I says, yes. She said, how do you feel with all your laundry out there, your business out there? I said, I feel liberated. I feel liberated, my niece. And it's the truth. I don't feel the shame. I don't feel stigma. I'm proud of how I've raised my girls, because I've had 3 girls and I watch them like a hawk, wrap them up, bubble wrap them up, not even cotton wool, bubble wrap them up, and they are strong, empowered women. And so I know if I close my eyes tomorrow, I know I did my job with my girls. And as Beyonce said, who run the world? Right? So I can rest easy, because I'm leaving behind 3 girls, strong women. So this is why it's important that we support one another. When one is feeling low, we pick them up, we fix each other's crowns, and we share in each other's glories as well. Not just when we're low, when we're high. We like we laugh and we joke about award the other day. I couldn't believe it. Oh gosh,
that was
so
nice.
much fun.
It was fun.
And it was just so beautiful. And we're going to have some wonderful women on giving being guest speakers on the retreat. And the one is about grief as well. And we all know everybody goes through grief, so I am so excited to hear what she has to say as well. And there's another lady, but that's another time, because she's going to come on and share with us just a little snippet as well. And but Cornita, my darling, thank you so much for coming on and just, you know, sharing with me in my space and just being who you are. You're a beautiful woman, lovely soul, and I'm so pleased I've met you. And long may our friendship and collaboration reign.
Yes, definitely.
Alrighty. And just before we go, I'd like you to just tell everybody where they can find you. Not just at our retreat, but you can start there, but where they can find you.
So I'm on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, LinkedIn. Cornita Taylor Health and Wellbeing is on LinkedIn. On Instagram, it's Cornita Taylor Health and Wellbeing. At Cornita Taylor HW. And Facebook, Cornita Taylor. My number is 07731 839 283. You can book appointment by just WhatsApping me or call me if you want to. And if you want to come to my event, it's 26th of the 9th, 26th. Tickets are available. We've got early birds at the moment. They are extended till the 8th of May this week. So yeah, contact me.
And if you missed all of that, I'm going to put it on the tail end of this as well. So stay tuned and you'll get all of that behind the scenes as well. But honestly, Cornita Taylor from Cornita Taylor Health and Wellbeing, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's it for us. We will be back on again in about a week's time with another guest speaker for the retreat. But in the meantime, enjoy, be safe and be well.
Bye.
Bye.
Cornita Taylor. I'm business owner of Cornita Taylor Health and Wellbeing. Today we're all here for lymphoma awareness. We are bringing awareness for lymphoma, all types of cancers, where we're survivors, people who've lost, people who are living with cancer, and we're celebrating their lives. Unfortunately, we have lost a few people this year from cancer, and we're here just to celebrate and have fun and to give back to the community. Also raising funds for respite for people who are going through cancer currently, who can go away for a few days with their immediate family and just have a time for themselves. This is going to be an annual thing, so this is a second year. So if you want to donate, if you want to sponsor, if you want to invest, please get in contact with me, and then we can talk about how we can make it bigger and better.